Welcome back to Laura's Design Studio. We are going to do some island pendants today. I haven't done these in a while, but I had a comment recently on one of my pictures of these asking how I did them, and I'll show you now. These I'm not going to bother with. They're so little, they're hard to even work with, but I mean, they do work for little bitty stuff. We'll do these three, the little bit bigger ones. This one right here is only good for like earrings, but even at that, you'd have to make them separately because you can only do one at a time. Same thing with this little bitty one here and this one. These two aren't too bad, but we'll just focus on the bigger ones today. So I'm going to put that one aside. The first thing I always do with these is brush them with a mica for these land masses. Okay? And I'm using bronze. So all I do is go in here and just brush. And you don't have to worry about being exact with it. I mean, this is like, ocean. So you're not going to, the ocean has sand at the bottom. So you really don't need to worry about any of that stuff. And I do mine upside down. You can do them right side up, and I will show you both ways. I just have always had better luck with them, doing them upside down. And the brush I'm using is just a little angle brush from Little Windows. I love these brushes. They are really nice to put micas on with. I even use them on big pieces. I made it 40 milliliters. I don't know, of TEEXPERT 1:1. I don't remember exactly how much these take. They don't take a whole lot. I haven't done one in a while, so we will see. And if you don't know how these work, it's 2 steps. You do this, pour your resin, do a little bit of, I use alcohol ink to drip in these, and then you gotta let those cure, and then you demold them and flip them into their matching open spot and add some more water and all that stuff. I will take you through the process. They're definitely beginner friendly. They just have a couple of steps. Okay. red in with bronze. Let me clean up my mess. We're done with the brush. Okay, now at this point, if you want, you can clean them up a little bit. There. But I don't worry about them too much, because like I said, the ocean has sand at the bottom anyway. So, and I just took too much off that one. Okay, we'll go with that. And done with the brush. Now, you just need to pour some resin in. Don't fill them all the way, because you need to drop some alcohol ink in there. I missed that one line, miss. It's fine. Okay. Now you are going to take your blues. I have Marabou, Caribbean, and whatever this one is. Gentian. It's a blue. I also brought out Pearl White. I have some other alcohol ink that is white, if it's not dried up. And then I have the Marabou Pearl White also. So now I'm just gonna drip some. I'm gonna go in with some darker blue. Let's see if this is dried up or not. Oh, okay. I don't suggest using like ocean white in here because it's too heavy. It goes to the bottom right through the resin on these and you have a mess. Ask me how I know. I tried. Okay. So now we just want to go back and start filling them a little more. And at this point, I'm going to just fill them. Meow. One of my cats. It's got to be Spike. Who else would it be? He goes out to the living room and decides to meow. Don't ask me why. This one, this long part right here, you want to fill that because this whole thing flips into that one. Now I'm just going to go in. Just kind of move it around. Get the white moved around a little bit. Oh, I didn't even bother filling this one. Who was yelling at me? Totally skipped it. Spike, what is your issue? Meow, meow, meow. Meow, meow, meow. What are you talking about? Yes, I talk to my cats. when you don't worry too much about this, because remember that you are flipping them, and then we need to fill them with resin again, and we put more blue and stuff in it. I'm just gonna finish filling these up. That one's full, this one could use a little more. These don't take a lot of resin. You guys all look full. The only thing I do want to do is kind of this one right here. I need some blue. Oh, great. Just gonna go through and make sure I have resin up on all of the pieces. Those look good. This one could use a little more. That one's okay. That one and that one are okay. Alright, just this one right here. Okay. That is it for the first step. So, let me see, I have about 20 milliliters left. Well, about 15 milliliters left. So, let's see, what do I want to pour? I have this car painted, we might as well. Might as well fill it. I think that is, maybe I'll take a little more. Okay. Got a little bit more. Oh, don't I have a bottle? Yes, I do. I have this bottle over here that I have been filling. So, kind of had clear in it. So we'll put a little color in there. Okay, that's the end of that. If you have a G3 and you're doing these bottles, make sure they go in a corner, because if you put them in the center, that UV light that's in there is going to come down and you'll have a mess. Ask me how I know. Yeah. All right, guys, I'm going to put the lid on it, and we'll come back when it's time to get these out and do the next step. Talk to you soon. Okay, well, it went off, so let's see what we have. This one we'll just put to the side. There you guys go. Take out the car. A little Volkswagen Bug, which I love, because this was my very first car. There it is. I got some overpour that needs to come off on it. First time I did this one, I missed some spots. So. One more. Okay, right here. Go. So that looks pretty good. Much better than the first one. The first one I had missed some spots, not realizing what was what there. A little bug, Get rid of that mold right now. All right, so now we're on to this. Let's do some flipping here. So you're gonna take these out. You're gonna need to get off any overage. There we go. Because these fit just right in here. All right. So this one, there's our landmass, goes into here, and you want to push it all the way down. This one goes into here. Get off some overpour. This one goes into here. Yeah. Make sure you have them down in there good. This one goes into here. This one okay. Goes there. This one comes here. And then you have these two that go into one. So there. And there. Okay. So now we do the same thing all over again. I have 40 milliliters of TEEXPERT 1:1 mixed up here. And once again, we're gonna pour. Don't fill them all the way yet because you want to put your inks in there. This one, make sure you fill this back piece also. And that was way too much. I'll have to deal with that in a second. This one also has a little spot in this back. I said I was going to do some of these upside down. Yes, I am. I'll flip these last two. You can work up, right side up or upside down. Sometimes upside down, for whatever reason, seem to come out better. So I'll show you the difference. So you turn these. I already put resin in the res, so I keep. But I'll do these three. The easiest way, of course, is to work face up. Now, I need to trim that one. Okay. So now, then get out our alcohols. And we're just going to go back through. Working upside down is a little harder because you really can't see what's going on down there. Well, like I said, sometimes they turn out better. Oh yeah, I needed to deal with this one. Only if I quit dropping everything. White. Go with a little rainbow sparkle in here. Now I will go through and just kind of move your white around. This one's probably the most difficult one because for some reason it never fits down in there quite right. And like I said, these are the most difficult because you can't see what's going on down in there, but it's okay. Now we're gonna pour more resin in there. Too much. Way too much. That looks better. there is a space. There's a space down there, so I want to get just a little bit of resin down there just to connect. Keep him. This one is way down. So don't you be in there whining and crying. Sorry, I'm talking to Miracle. She just took a poop in the house. And she's done that the last couple of days. And she's being very rebellious right now. Because it's been cold here. And she hasn't been able to go to the park. Between that and the girls went home yesterday, and she loves it when the girls are here because of course she gets, you know, undivided attention. David had to put a training collar on her while they were here because she wasn't listening to him, and she was jumping all over the girls, just playing, but you know, she was way too hyper. She gets very hyper when they're here. She doesn't like it when they go home, but speaking of which, we've got David came home last night and said, well, I've got some news. And I was like, what? So apparently, yeah, my daughter-in-law, they've been divorced for like 6 years, but she's still my daughter-in-law. She's the girls' mother, you know. But she has never taken responsibility for some of the stuff she has done. My son cheated on her, yes, and I told him that that was not right. Even though she had cheated first, that doesn't make a difference. But apparently, the guy who she's been cheating with for the last 15 years, because until David and I came down here, they were back living together. And supposedly trying to make it work, but she was still seeing this guy. Apparently, they'll be getting married soon. He's moving. He lives in Pennsylvania or something. No kids of his own. He was one of David's commanding officers that she was cheating with. And apparently in the next couple of weeks, he's moving back to, or not back, he's moving from Pennsylvania to Texas to move in with her. So he was told that last night, which he doesn't care because it's, you know, as far as he's concerned, it's been over and done with. She was the one who kept wanting him back and then not wanting him back and then all kinds of stuff. But so apparently that's happening. He was like, Mom, just don't say anything to her. I said, I'm not going to say anything to her. But, you know. As long as this guy doesn't try and come in and be, you know, superhero dad, since he's never had any kids of his own, or makes the girls uncomfortable in any kind of way or anything like that, everything will be fine. But I know for a fact that David will have a talk with him about if he ever finds out that he's, you know, raised a hand to the girls or anything like that. There will be problems, so yeah, it's yeah, maybe she'll finally move on with her life and get off the kids' back so much. Because, you know, right now, even Serena was sick, and he thought for sure that, you know, he told Serena, he said, if you want to stay with Mom, because, you know, sick girls like to be with their mothers, I guess. I never did, but you know. But I guess Serena told him, no thank you. And she came down here to be with us. Okay. That one is very domed. I'm not going to do a thing with it right now. Just going to make sure that we have resin. Don't pour this. Only needs a little bit. I specifically said, 2 wrongs don't make a right, David. He's like, I know, Mom. He said, but it was just the principle the whole time I was deployed. She's been, you know, having an affair with one of his commanding officers. They're both out of the military now, so. Alright. We are gonna let those be. I think we're filled up. I feel like that one might need a little more. That's an upside down one, so like I said, it's a little, those are a little more complicated when you do them upside down, but yeah, I guess when David took the girls back last night, she was like, we need to talk. He said, I already know what it's about. Everybody knew this was gonna be a thing soon. You know, technically they've been divorced for 6 years, so. Just push that piece way down in there. This is the one that has the small connection. So I'm just making sure that it's down in there. All right, guys. Well, let's see. We have about maybe 10 milliliters. We're gonna bring the bottle back and we're gonna get out the magic spatula and pour it all into the bottle. Miracle, no. Okay. Bottle to the corner so that we don't have any problems. I'm gonna put the lid on it and I will see you in a while. Okay, we're back. Let's see how this turned out. This one, save it to fill it up later. Let's do the smaller ones first. Okay, this one, not so good. I covered it too much. I made too many. Yep. All right. See, I haven't done these in a while. Too much blue. I think this one's gonna be the same thing. Yeah, this one you can see through it a little bit to the land, but yeah, no. This song, you can see stuff down in there. Let's see if my bigger ones turned out any better. No, because I don't like that right there. You can see through to the land. You can use either side, really. This one's not terrible, but still not what I want. Let's see if my upside down ones came out any better. I told you those usually come out better. Here's this one first. Now this one's not terrible. You can see the starting of land. Okay, now we're getting to the upside down ones. Yes, see, this is why I do the... This is why I say that my ones that I do upside down turn out much better. And that's... Hold on. Just trying to get that little piece off. See, I like those. And that's exactly why I say the upside down method works better for me. Yep. There's that one. And this one. So I guarantee you from here on out, I will only do the upside down ones because those always turn out way better. Way, way better. These three, I like them. These, not so much. This one's not terrible, but I still don't like it. But yeah, I like them upside down because then you get this. There you go, guys. Like, share, comment, subscribe, do all the things. Hit the black bell so the next time I upload a video, you are notified. And I will talk to you in the next one. Bye.